Harrison making her first start of the season with Breanna Stewart. We are underway. Jonquel Jones recently back into the lineup. She has missed half of their 24 games missed in a season in her career. Phoebish doesn't take long. This New York is a team that usually doesn't take a lot of time off the shot clock before they get a shot up. Great transition team. J.J. Quinterly, a terrific story herself, rookie out of West Virginia, running the point. Here's Beckers.
That's the matchup to watch. Natasha Cloud with the assignment of guarding Paige Beckers.
Beckers did not play yesterday, was held out so she could rest up when they lost to Las Vegas. Let's take a look.
When you are getting beat up by this season in the mid-range game.
Beckers shooting 84% from the free throw line. And Dallas gets off to the quick 3-0 lead. Cloud working against Beckers. Natasha's so crafty and took it right to the rookie.
And her offense has really come along, particularly in the month of July. She missed some time with injury, but she has really started to find her rhythm playing off the ball a little bit more, which gives her a scoring punch.
Well, New York is a team that has a lot of options to bring up the ball. Geisel Soder, who is a rookie from Germany, gets it over to Ogunbowale. That's a great look if you're a Wings fan that she gets started early.
Absolutely, and she has been playing much better post All-Star break. Didn't shoot the three as well in her last game, but in her first 2 games back, she was on fire from long range.
JJ with the miss. Here's Beckers getting it over to Haley Jones.
You see that New York is looking to deny defensively, especially on the perimeter. So everyone for Dallas has to look to be a scoring threat.
Too much on that shot attempt by Haley Jones out of Stanford. Cloud over the Izzy Harrison screen with the miss. Good save by Beckers as she brings the ball up.
It's interesting to watch the chess match between coaches. One team went big, the other went small. So we'll see who substitutes first.
Baseline jumper no good by Geisel Soder. And there's a travel defense by Quinterly. Forced Ionescu to take steps. Enrique over there as well. And Breanna Stewart is here. She's got the shades on, looking cool as usual.
I mean, the cool factor, she doesn't even have to try. Come on.
Only played about 3.5 minutes in the loss to LA a couple of days ago. The good news is the MRI did not show anything serious, and we were told there is no timetable for her return. Cloud lost Ogunbowale.
A couple of times there on screening action, Dallas has been able to turn the corner and get a piece of the paint.
Dallas starting off quickly, hitting 3 of their first 5 shots. There's Beckers with the defense. Quinterly in transition.
Dallas really wanting to get the ball out of the hands of Sabrina Ionescu. Trapped her on that last possession.
Dallas on a 6-0 run. Harrison aggressively to the basket. Some contact. Beckers, a little hesitation, and she'll take it over Jones. And New York has seen enough. It is
and Emma Meesman coming, just waiting for her visa to clear, guys.
You're right, Angel. I mean, that margin for error gets smaller as you start to get banged up and the season goes on and you need rest on back-to-back, but you're also trying to get your continuity and your togetherness and be playing your best basketball down the stretch. But it definitely doesn't hurt to get the EuroLeague GOAT in the lineup, and that is Emma Meesman, who is expected to join the team in early August, and that is going to be quite an addition.
And you see the resume for Meesman, who has done such great things overseas and with the Belgian national team. How about Dallas?
When Enrique starts stroking and hitting shots early, it can be a long night for your defense when the bucket gets bigger for her.
Jones can't get it to go. Ogunbowale hitting that 3. She was only 1 of 7 from distance in the loss to Vegas yesterday. Geisel Soder, good look, good results.
Really good pick and pop action there. Geisel Soder is really good in this offense with her screening. She can pop, but she's also tough and physical inside.
And one of 4 rookies who get a lot of playing time for this Dallas club. Phoebish finally ends the bleeding. Speaking of Germans, Leo's one of them too.
Now it's her turn.
Yep.
See how that went back and forth?
They were on the German Olympic team. They qualified for the first time ever way back in 2024 last year against Paris. Another beautifully executed play.
And you see the calm and poise by Arike Ogunbowale, giving the offense the chance to work. She is really seeing the floor well down the stretch of the season, post All-Star break.
Dallas doing a good job of keeping New York off the offensive glass. Jones went by Johannes, and now Becker's with a nice step. Ball will be New York's.
Arike,
as you mentioned, China, her numbers have started to come up because she is averaging career lows in scoring this year.
You have to imagine not being named a WNBA All-Star had an impact on Arike because she is an All-Star. Just has plenty like one this
comparison. A high degree of difficulty on that shot, could not get around Haley Jones, and now the Wings have brought in the home crowd favorites.
Okay, this is my first Dallas game. The crowd goes crazy for Dejanay.
Never done a game before.
This is my first one of the season.
Of the season, okay. Thanks. We'll qualify that. Appreciate it. Yes, Carrington, in her first year after several good years in Connecticut, she was the most improved player last year. She's back. Came in right away, made an impact.
Dejanay has an attack-first mentality. That is when she's at her best. Because her quickness off the bounce.
3 turnovers in this game. Li Yuru, the 6'7" center from China, comes in. It's got really quiet for Carrington. 3-point play gives Dallas its biggest lead of the game, 21-4. Just 2 points in the last almost 5 minutes for New York, a team that leads the league in scoring. Whistle away from the ball.
Tonight's lineup, the matchups are going to be difficult for Sandy Brondello. Without Brianna Stewart, also without Diarra Sably, Kennedy Burke, who was out. The latter two are out for rest purposes. So there's going to be some tweaking going on.
Harrison in the starting lineup for the first time this year. One of those tweaks gets her first basket.
Tough move by Izzy Harrison. And that's the way she's played in these last few games. Just willing to take contact, get tough rebounds. She's played really well.
Yuru lost her dribble, was able to get it back and score.
Ballerina move there by Li Yuru.
Little twinkle toes for the 6'7" Chinese national, and then the answer by Johannes.
Definitely can't leave her open, and that could be one of the answers tonight for New York as they search for a little more offense in some different spots.
Best 3-point shooting team in the league, and that's their first one of the game. Carrington over Gardner, who has checked in. Both coaches going to their bench early. New York playing its 3rd game in 4 days. Back-to-backer here for Dallas. Dennis!
Now that was tough. Kept the dribble alive through the screening action and then reverse pivoted for that shot. That's why they call him magician.
Ogunbowale rid herself of Gardner, a little bit too strong, but Becker's with the offensive rebound and the hoop.
Dallas is the #1 offensive rebounding team in the league, but it's usually their interior game. Becker's showing she can get to the glass as well.
With the block of the Gardner attempt, and now here's Dallas in the open court. They have numbers. Carrington pull up. Haley Jones.
That's got to be frustrating. There were 2 New York Liberty players down there, 1 Dallas player. They got the rebound.
And Jones, one of the reasons why she's in the starting lineup. There's another giveaway. Arike feeling it, burying it. 9 points for Ogunbowale, and we're not even 8 minutes into this game. Chris Koplanis, the head coach for the Wings, said that he put Haley Jones in because he wanted a fast start. They fell behind.
Finding space, creating space, finding her teammates, a balance of all things. And nice pass from Cloud to Jonquel Jones in the paint.
Jones with her first bucket. JJ still working herself back into game shape, game rhythm. Agumbawale went into a crowd and got it taken away. Johannes.
Same spot.
4-on-3 right now for Dallas. Enrique, just 13 points.
When you look out on the floor, this is a unit that probably hasn't played very many minutes together. Jonquel Jones just returning the last couple games. Steph Talbot has barely played any minutes in a New York Liberty uniform and yet buries the shot.
Coming in, averaging less than a point a game. This is just her fourth after being signed by New York. Burke Sobley out with rest, as you mentioned. No Stewie tonight. Look at that! It's a guard move.
I really enjoy watching Lee Guru play. Footwork at her size is extremely underrated.
Started the season in Seattle, was not getting a lot of playing time, wanted to get out, and she's come to Dallas and getting a chance. Cloud guarded by Maisha Hines-Allen. And there's JJ, so lethal from that spot.
And Cloud getting enough of the paint on the draw. Gets the help off a strong side to make that pass.
Now Enrique gonna hold it for the final shot of the quarter. That's the plan anyway.
Smart. They trap to get the ball out of Enrique's hands.
James with the miss, but what a first quarter. Down 31 points he gave up in the first half, 59% shooting for Dallas. How do you stop that?
Yeah, well, playing better defense from the start. You know, it looked like we've played the double back-to-back here. You know, we've got to play with a little bit more energy. Everything was too easy and then making shots.
Coach, you're playing a little short-handed, so you're having to tinker with your lineup. What are you seeing right now that you want to address in your matchups?
Yeah, look, you know, we're missing obviously a lot of big players, and that's unfortunate, but we've got to be a little tougher with us communicating it. We'll throw a little bit of zone here to hopefully take him out of some rhythm if we can.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Sandy Brondello won her second championship as a head coach last year. 10 years earlier, won a championship with the Phoenix Mercury. And Grace Berger now bringing the ball up and putting it in off glass and then complaining that a foul wasn't called. And those, ladies and gentlemen, were the first points that she scored this year.
Strong take by Grace Berger, but people usually use that word strong when talking about her. Look at her physique. I mean, she is just, wow, in incredible shape.
Dallas has already played 10 players, including Maisha Hines-Allen coming back from an injury. Becker's off balance, carrying away, and still hits it.
Lulling the defender to sleep off of the bounce with the dribble. And that 6 foot tall can just elevate.
He does everything, kind of, as you said, kind of lulls you to sleep. Nothing too flashy, smooth. Berger. Come on, that is going to infuriate Sandy Brondello. She's called the timeout. An 8-0 run to start the quarter. It's a 20-point advantage.
Not enough.
You saw Search What You See using the Google app. Look at those numbers for Enrique. 11 points in the first quarter. She scored or assisted on 28 of the 31 points for the Wings.
It's incredible, and you can see why everyone's been so excited about the potential of a backcourt with Paige Beckers and Enrique Agumbawale. Again, Enrique a little slow out of the gates this season, but never forget, she's been a scoring champion in this league and a flat-out bucket her entire career.
In fact, Agumbawale, second fastest to scoring 3,000 points in the history of this league. Career low 16 points per game. All right, that is Roy Golbayan, Jenna Renault, Catherine Chang, our other officials that are going to check.
That was trying to make, but they were just checking to see if it was a 2 or a 3. Sorry, Paige.
So Talbot now at the line. They determined that it was a 2-point attempt. She went 1 out of 2 from there. Hines Allen finds Buckers, who got loose underneath.
Very well executed play by Dallas.
Ionescu has yet to score in this game. Good defense. Berger lost it, and it is determined to be New York basketball, and then a reversal as the officials looked at each other. Well, right now you've got 3 reserves, and Hines Allen, James, and Berger, who's bringing the ball up. Dallas out rebounding New York by 11 right now.
And that's where you really miss Breanna Stewart. You miss her on the glass. You also miss her around the rim defensively. And Dallas has 22 points in the paint.
Jones bottled up Leroux. They need a shot by Berger, and then it was blocked by Talbot. Shot clock violation. Gives the ball over to the Liberty. Sandy Brondello knows very well. Sandy, the head coach of the Australian national team. Led him to a medal last year of bronze in Paris. And now Sabrina Ionescu will have an opportunity to score her first point of the game. Now, Sabrina Ionescu coming in back-to-back games. She had 30 against Los Angeles in a loss. On Saturday, 29 against Phoenix, and that's just point number 1 here tonight.
In the game before that at home against Indiana, she had 10 points in the 4th quarter to secure that victory. So she has been on a tear.
The last 9 quarters coming in. Have not been shooting the ball well until that 4th quarter to put away the fever. Harrison lost the ball. A little unforced error for New York, and now some pressure.
You didn't think you would really see pressure from a team that's shorthanded, but Sandy Brondello is trying to change things up a little bit. She mentioned we may see some zone here on a few possessions.
Hines Allen able just to go up and take it away and score her first basket.
That looked like a zone there, at least started that way.
Harrison knifes her way in, and they're surrounded by 3 Wings players. Drew a foul.
Take a look here. Looked like New York dropped back on the backside.
New York just 10 players available tonight. Izzy Harrison at the line. 73% free throw shooter on the season. Haley Jones comes back in for Hines Allen. Jones getting the start, is yet to score. Now, this evening, she is 0 for 1. Dallas has led the entire way in this game. Jones versus Jones, and that's a travel call on Haley, guarded by Jonquel.
Jonquel Jones still working her way back into game shape, getting her timing together after missing those 12 games.
Ionescu, short. Rebound grabbed by Berger, who's getting some big minutes tonight. He averages about 12.5 per game. Enrique with that rainbow shot. That took a while to come down.
You're gonna learn. She can get that shot up with a drop of a dime. You have to be ready and in her space.
Her second 3-pointer of the game. Phoebish knocked it out of bounds after her miss.
Anytime Enrique Gumbawale has the ball in her hands, you can't retreat. See how she backed up for that kind of space to get the 3 up.
Well, that was Talbot who made the mistake that time. Second chance. Gumbawale guarded by Jones. Terrific cut by Haley. And another assist for Agumbawale.
And that's the aspect of Haley Jones' game that you really enjoy, is how well she makes reads.
She did go to Stanford after.
This is true. Stanford and reading sound like it goes together.
No. Well, little fancy footwork and a foul called after she missed the shot. Let's go back to the pass.
Yeah, Dallas here with a good...
Facing its biggest deficit of the season. Last foul was on Uru. They were down in a game, 20 points to a game in Atlanta, a game that they lost earlier this season. But they are being doubled up now by a Dallas team that is just 7-19 on the season.
And New York has found themselves down in recent games. I mean, they were behind to Indiana. They were down to LA, obviously. They were down to Phoenix. Phoenix was up 12.
Another Agumbawale to Jones connection, but that time the bucket wouldn't go.
And Haley Jones gets that look because of how Enrique's been scoring. And good quick strike by Cloud.
Natasha Cloud with her first basket. Didn't take long.
And Jonquel Jones is having to pinch in and anticipating the drive by Enrique. And that's how Geisel Suter got that shot.
Geisel Suter, 6'4" rookie out of Germany. And there's her Olympic teammate Phoebish, who misses for New York. Ball goes over to Dallas.
Watch how Jonquel Jones is kind of sloughing off a little bit, just
leading her French club to a title. Enrique. Now Carrington. Not quite enough. This is where New York wants to be. They love the pace, getting out in transition, but they have not been able to click so far tonight.
And again, they've just got some different lineups, players playing out of position, some lineups Sandy hasn't played very often, just trying to accommodate for what they're missing. But credit Dallas and their level of aggressiveness and execution so far.
Yeah, they came out playing very strongly, especially considering they played yesterday. Haley Jones with the bucket.
Haley Jones. Another quick strike here by New York. They're looking to really push the ball up, and that's something Chris Koklinis was anticipating, them needing to get back in defensive transition.
Yeah, really wanted to get them in the half-court game. That was a sweet assist for Cloud as she found Talbot. Agumbawale. Now Natasha Cloud, averaging just under 6 assists per game. Jonquel staying with it, and she was fouled.
Smaller lineup in for both of these teams.
Rest. Brianna Stewart out with a leg injury. Don't anticipate that Stewie would be ready to go on Wednesday. There's Brianna Stewart. Third year in New York after playing her first 6 years in Seattle. Quinterly back in to play the point. That's a Suter. Come on.
With the celebration to match.
Taken back. It's a second-round pick. Finally in the WNBA, Carrington blocks Ionescu. Enrique left all by herself, wanted the ball. How did Quinterly get in there?
Oh, man.
Boy, that was a bunny that you just missed, but somehow Quinterly, who was listed at 5'8", was able to get in and get the rebound.
Listed at 5'8", that might be generous.
Yes, that would be 5'8" with some lifts in her shoes. Ionescu, good defense on Agumbawale. Carrington using her body very well just to get that little skosh of a separation. Dallas with 30 points in the paint.
And the 18 assists on 25 made field goals. 18 assists in the first half. excuse me, 19.
Again, this is a team that played yesterday and were not competitive as they lost to Las Vegas here. Faisal Suter called for her first foul for Dallas, but they came out like gangbusters and have not let up.
They were disappointed with the way that Vegas game went. I mean, yes, they were out without Paige Beckers, but they gave up a lot of points off turnovers. They did not guard the three-point line, which they've done a really good job here in the first half. Only 3 three-pointers for New York. They make 10 a game. And so they've come out more determined on defense. They took Sabrina Ionescu out of a rhythm by trapping her and throwing some different defenses at her early. And she is a big facilitator, ball mover, scorer. And New York has just been out of it this first half.
Ionescu now out of the game. Gardner delivers at the line. Sabrina Ionescu so far has 1 point, 0 for 5 from the floor, plus she has 3 turnovers. And her plus minus is -30. That's really not good. Emily Jones has had some good looks, but hasn't been able to get the touch to get him in. Cloud doesn't have numbers. There's a no-looker to Johannes, who always is ready to pull the trigger. As we approach a minute to go in the first half. Faisal Suter, you've seen her with a couple of threes and then some finesse on that shot.
The skill set is complete at 6'4". She can do a little bit of everything. She's got good hands. She can mix it up on the glass. She can space the floor.
Gardner able to contribute with the 3. And Arike Agumbawale already has a double-double, 14 points and 10 assists.
Wow.
What a half for Arike.
He's been special.
WNBA halftime presented by State Farm is coming up. And in the studio, they have a lot to talk about. Dallas domination, to say the least. Alika, Andrea, and Carolyn will try to explain what we have been seeing here. I'm sure people tuning in or looking at the score going, that can't be right. It's very right. Dallas is up by 24, thank you. It had been 27, which was the biggest lead of the game. Thank you, I need you for my math.
Got you.
They're up by a lot, and they're forcing plays. That's, in New York, you're right, a lot of different combinations, but we're not used to seeing this from the Liberty. Everybody's on their feet here to cap off what has been a brilliant first half for the Dallas Wings. Agumbawale got fouled on the perimeter by Talbot.
They were hoping to trap Agumbawale there to keep her from hitting a late bucket and getting some momentum, but Talbot was unable to contain her without fouling.
At least 10 points and 10 assists in any half. Reese Koklanis. And that franchise, that goes all the way back to the Detroit Shock. LaShawna Robinson.
That's a long time.
And they had some players. Tweety Nolan never did that. Katie Smith never did that.
That was a squad.
How about that? Cloud airballs it to end.
Getting pieces of the paint, hitting threes. Just, you know, when she lets it come to her, it looks smooth. And so I'm glad it's coming together for her.
It's been a master class so far. Coach Koklanis, thank you so much. What a first half we witnessed here. Defending champs. Beckers buries the 3.
That was well defended. Jonquel Jones stepped out, 6'6", wingspan, didn't matter.
Dallas playing and losing yesterday to Vegas. Beckers forcing the turnover. Turnover's a big story in the first half. Jones couldn't control it. A scrum for the ball, and we have a tie-up.
Haley Jones got lost in that turn, but going back to the offensive possession, Paige Beckers here gets the poise so smooth and the way that she plays the game.
Yeah, both head coaches made that point to us before the game today, that Beckers does not play like a rookie. She's so mature, both on and off the court, says head coach Chris Koklanis. JJ underneath for the basket. And New York very short-handed today. No Brianna Stewart out with that right leg injury. No timetable for how long she will be out. Sabally and Burke both sitting out for rest. This is New York's third game in 4 days. Back-to-backer here for Dallas, and Minnesota looming on the road on Wednesday for the Liberty. This is a stretch.
It is.
Can't miss.
And again, Leonie Fevish is 6'4". She tried everything to get in the vision of Arike, but it's the foot speed. That's how she finds that rhythm.
Such an elite scorer. She was at Notre Dame and the early part of her career in Dallas. Fevish nifty off glass.
And I like that play call. Use Leonie Fevish on the other end as an advantage when she's got a smaller defender. She's the player I'm looking to step up in this third quarter. In the absence of Brianna Stewart and all the players you just named, she's got a lot of valuable experience.
And Fevish just 2 points in the first half. Wale trying to hit one over Jonquel Jones, who is considerably taller at 6'6". Sabrina finally gets her first field goal of the game.
It has been hard to come by, and Dallas has put a lot of defensive emphasis on Ionescu.
You heard Coach Koklanis talk about putting different bodies on her, trying to disrupt her, so she can't take those threes that she's known for. Sabrina, third in the league, both in overall threes made per game and overall threes made, as well as almost 3 made per game. And you saw the numbers just not bearing out that tonight. Becker's elevating over Jonquel Jones.
Sometimes you don't know when Beckers is going to go up for the shot either.
2 in a row for Ionescu, and has a chance for a 3-point play. It's one of the few times that New York's been able to get out on the break tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, both are chipping into this lead.
Quinterly with the foul, and 5 points in this first 3 minutes of the quarter for Ionescu. Shot clock winding down. Russell Sitter got a nice look. She seems very calm out there. Never seems to get sped up. Jones took it away from the other Jones. Beckers. She knew it as soon as it left her fingertips that that was going in. Paige Beckers buries the 3.
And Dallas has come out really strong.
And New York has hit all 6 of their shots from the floor in this quarter, but still can't dent into this lead. Johannes over to Ionescu. Well short on the 3.
Sandy Brondello putting Marie Johannes in the lineup to start the third quarter, going small ball to match the small ball of Dallas. Remember, they had started Izzy Harrison at the beginning of the game with a big lineup.
Right, she's starting to show some signs of life. Certainly Ionescu, who has come alive here in the quarter.
Yeah, and adding another guard into the lineup, it helps the ball to move, it helps with facilitation, it helps to spread the floor. So just another look to kind of freshen up the team here to start the third.
7 points in this quarter alone for Ionescu. That was too ambitious for Jones. And some more talent in the house. AZ Fudd.
Does her shirt say, "I love PB"? Oh my goodness,
Isn't
that is
awesome?
so cute. That is so cute. It's got the little heart with the number 5 in it.
It looks like she made it herself, too. That's a goal. AZ going into her senior season with the University of Connecticut.
DMV family.
It's always.
Always, all day, every day.
And her mother, Katie Smirka Duffy, was a great player. Her dad also was a player. And AZ's pretty good herself.
Yes.
When New York started to turn over Dallas, but Johannes couldn't finish. Beckers over to Wale. Shot clock at 5. Quinterly has to put it up. Drew iron. And Jonquel Jones was able to grab the rebound. And a foul called out on the perimeter. Ogunbowale with her first foul of the game. Dallas in that first half scoring 63 points, shooting 59% from the floor, and in that first half only turned the ball over twice. I mean, that's about as good as you're going to get.
Yeah.
Most points scored in a half this season for Dallas, and the most points given up in a half for New York, as Dallas put up 63 in the first 20 minutes. Hines Allen, a little bit too much on that. And now Ionescu. Little hesitation, took it with her offhand and drew the foul.
Sabrina Ionescu has been much more aggressive and able to find the seams in the defense, find opportunities in transition, put her head.
4% shooter so far in the season from the line. As a WNBA, thanks its changemaker partners, Ally, AT&T, CarMax, pardon me, Deloitte, Google, and Nike for their unparalleled support and dedication toward uplifting the league and all WNBA players. And Sabrina Ionescu, 9 points in this quarter. Did not hit a field goal in the first half. Ogunbowale defended now by Gardner. You see New York gambling, trying to get some steals. Shot clock again winding down. Ogunbowale just off the back rim. Ionescu hands it off to Johannes, who scores on the break. And this is more like it, more than what we're used to seeing with this New York Liberty team that leads the WNBA in several offensive categories.
Dallas, I really appreciated the versatility. Tierra McCowan is a little more limited in the paint, but Rue and Geisel Suter will step out.
Beckers kicked it off and then was fouled by Johannes. And you
season, I mean, it is a tough one to back-to-back for anyone. You don't know how her body's feeling. There could be any number of factors going into that.
And there is the look at Tierra McCowan in her 7th year out of Mississippi State, averaging just 5 and 8
for the Wings. They have been using more again of the pick and pop variety in the post. What a delivery from Arike Ogunbowale. Everything going her way tonight.
Arike to Carrington. Just joining us, Arike had a double-double in the first half. 15 points, 10 assists.
And that's a play that Dallas will run sort of a quick hitter. And Carrington athletic enough to catch that pass. Score down low by Izzy Harrison.
Still up by 23. They have led by as many as 30 points in this game.
They're also trying to get some minutes for Hines Allen. He's finally back in the lineup after missing time.
Can't stop the Wings. And Ogunbowale. Cut to the basket by Tallman. That's a good find by Ionescu. Tallman got fouled.
There's no quit in this Liberty team. They are still trying to make things happen.
Playing just her 4th game for New York. Hines Allen now with 3 fouls. Reese got some good minutes in the first half, back in for Dallas. There's Hines Allen coming back from the injury. Tough shot.
Yeah. High level of difficulty on that one.
Hines Allen back after missing the last 3 games with an injury. And a foul. Izzy Harrison at the line after being fouled by Giroux, who just picked up her 3rd. Now Natasha Cloud comes in. Been a very quiet night for her. 4 points, does have 6 assists. But that backcourt usually so dynamic with Cloud and Ionescu.
When you tweak pieces in a lineup, the timing can just get off, right?
How hard is that?
It's very hard. I mean, with all of the changes, I mean, you can put a number up on the screen to say 10 lineup changes, 11 lineup changes, but it really doesn't tell the story of the lack of connectivity that can happen when you've got players in positions they haven't played with, lineups and people they haven't played with. So it's looks like Cloud may have gotten teed up here.
Yep, technical on Natasha Cloud. Buwale goes to shoot the technical free throw as Natasha has a conversation with Roy Golbayan, her chief.
Looked like that went well.
Yeah, it made Roy chuckle.
Yeah.
Bit of smile.
Oh, I don't know about the smile. There was a little pat on the back.
Yeah, Cloud can do some talking.
You know when she's coming in the room. That's what you love about her.
Yep, great personality. And has had a terrific career for being drafted out of St. Joseph's, now in her 10th year in the league. Did not play in 2020. Izzy, a lot of work for that one.
Yeah, I mean, New York's been able to go to Izzy Harrison down low on some recent possessions, and she's just bodying it up on taller defenders.
Barely any difference at all between the shot and game clock. Enrique. Grace Berger looked around, found out she was open, missed the three. Dallas. I think we have a lot of them here. Let's just put it that way.
See, you looked at it too.
I do. I'm supposed to read the notes, right? It's sports information people put a lot of time into that.
Well, you were just over here ruminating like you were trying to figure out who you were going to pick when you already knew the answer.
I lie about everything. Pam Moore, LaChina Robinson, and Angel Gray joining you on what has been a clinic by Dallas. Zai James, one of the fine rookies for Dallas, is in the game and only played 5 minutes up until this point. Blocked by Phoebish on Carrington, but she's stuck with it. And reiterating that Brianna Stewart is out with a lower leg injury. No timetable for her return. Deckers.
Paige has been very disruptive defensively. A better ball movement there by the New York Liberty.
Phoebish with the finish. And Enrique Agumbawale getting a rest right now to start this quarter. James getting some playing time. Cloud puts her head down. Whistle with 12 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, they had to foul there. Lee Yaru had the advantage on the inside.
Cloud picks up the foul. So shot clock goes from 12 to 14 seconds. Dallas actually outscored by 4 points in the third quarter, but still with a big lead. James, an explosive first step, but couldn't finish.
Left-handed, so they often put her on the left side of the floor where she could use that closeout or get a 3-up.
Gardner dribbles out of trouble. Around the horn to Phoebish. And Carrington calmly gives it over to Paige Beckers. Beckers 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists tonight. Yaru just couldn't gather the pass from Hines Allen.
Bringing in Lee Yaru was a great move for Dallas, and there's been a couple of moves by GM Kurt Miller, trading Melissa Smith, and just kind of moving some pieces around that I think have worked out for Dallas as they've continued to get better. Not to say that they wouldn't have gotten better with more time either way, but I really like Lee's game. What a rebound.
Yeah. Carrington. Working into the paint. Jonquel Jones came over to help. And then Carrington just went by JJ. A lot of contact, but no foul. Jones runs into James. It's a no call.
If anything, James got back and got set.
Yeah. They let it go. No
I actually like the no call.
Hines Allen draws the double and dribbles right into it. James left open with the shot clock expiring. Knocks it down. For the first points of the game. Such a great career at NC State. Talbot with the finish. And that shot make by James had broken 7 straight misses for Dallas. And we just saw Isaiah James hit a 3 to end a shot clock that was winding down. She kept that alive for a moment. Angel Gray, tell us some more about these Wings rookies.
Well, they're fearless, that's to start. But just going to start with J.J. Quinterly, the 3rd-round pick from West Virginia. She started in 8 straight games to finish this part of the season. And when you're thinking about why she is able to do that, well, she did have the 6 straight games in double figures, but it's how she approaches the game. And Coach Koukalanis was talking about how she's always selfless, but finding different ways to attack while making others better. Isaiah James is excited as Sabrina still has life for New York, but Isaiah James talked about being through this process and understanding that they can learn from the vets, but Isaiah James and J.J. Quinterly actually used to play high school ball with one another and in the AAU ranks, so them understanding how this journey is for one another, especially in their rookie season, is very special to see how they've challenged each other this year.
It's interesting you say that, Angel, because being from Virginia myself, I was wondering if they had played together, especially AAU, because, you know, Boo Williams from that Tidewater area. But, yeah, I mean, Dallas's rookies, as Beavish will go to the free throw line, but their rookies have really been able to.
7th overall, a rookie out of West Virginia. And as we all know, WNBA fans, people who follow the league, it's rare sometimes for 2nd-rounders to make rosters. She's a 3rd-rounder who not only made a roster, but has been in the starting lineup for them.
Yeah, I mean, very impactful. And we talked to Chris Koukalanis earlier, and he just kept touting and singing her praises around her speed, her coachability, said she really wants to get better, her defensive energy. That's how you get minutes on the floor. Consistent energy, defense. As a rookie, you have to be able to do those things, especially 3rd round. You have so much to prove in most people's eyes.
And right now, Dallas has gone ice cold. It's a 9-0 New York run. This is the closest this game has been since the beginning of the 2nd quarter.
And we also have to talk about the absence of Ty Harris, who is out for the season due to injury. That opens up minutes for Quinterly to step in on the perimeter in that lead guard spot.
That's a great point. Ty got hurt the 5th game of the season and will not be able to play this year. Such a steadying influence as a veteran point guard. They need to shoot, but there's a travel first.
New York really locking things up the last few possessions, getting some scoring. They're tightening this game up.
Got a look there of Ty Harris on the bench, her 2nd stint here in Dallas. First 3 years with Dallas, a couple of years in Connecticut, and then came in this last offseason. Ionescu uses her body so well, draws contact, gets to the line a lot. You see Dallas being outscored by 13 in the first half, but they were up 63-36 at the break. A long, steep mountain to climb for New York to try to get back into this game.
Well, they can do it with a 3-pointer for sure. I mean, One thing Dallas has done well defensively is guard the three-line. Only 6 threes for New York. They average 10. They're actually #1 in field goal percentage from long range at 36%, but have only shot it at 25% tonight.
That was one of the keys for Coach Koklanis to contest the three, and it has worked. Inside 4 minutes to go now. Enrique Agumbawale. Beckers has it go in and out. Agumbawale, by the way, has a career-high 14 assists in this game. I don't know how that wasn't a walk. Is it just me, or did she show
It did look like a walk.
Instead, it's a foul called on Dallas.
It's your call, Pam.
You're always welcome to jump in. National TV schedule, the WNBA, tomorrow night at 10 Eastern. The Aces play the Sparks on NBA TV. Then Thursday, the Valkyries at the Mystics, 7:30 on Prime Video. That's Eastern time. Fever at Wings, Sparks Storm. That's your Ion doubleheader on Friday. Go to WNBA.com or the WNBA app for all your information. And oh yes, ESPN has a little game coming up on Wednesday, don't they?
Oh, they do.
New York at Minnesota.
Rematch. Much anticipated.
2-11. No team has ever come back from 30 down in WNBA history to win a game. Of course, the clock is on Dallas's side. Haley Jones, another miss. They're not getting offensive boards like we saw earlier in the game.
Mixing it up, playing a little zone, giving some different looks, and that's been good for New York.
And the starters, the 5 starters for Dallas back in this game. Haley Jones getting her first start of the season. Shot clock winding down for Agumbawale. Cloud. A chancy pass trying to get it over to Ionescu, but the ball stays with New York with 20 to shoot. Here comes Jonquel Jones back into the game.
Izzy Harrison goes to the bench, but she had some good minutes. Just giving them some good offense in the half court in the low block.
Off the inbounds, nothing but net for Ionescu, who's had a terrific second half. Dallas has not scored in over 4 minutes. And it's a single-digit lead. Beckers bumped from behind by Ionescu. Yet, 14 seconds to shoot. Quinterly.
That's a tough shot.
Yeah, and that's
Dallas has kind of settled with some of their looks against the shifting and changing defenses of New York.
and guarded there by Talbot, who's 6'2", and Quinterly, as we've already discussed, listed at 5'8".
Well, they can't be afraid to penetrate the middle, even when New York is...
And that ball was indeed touched by Talbot there on the...
on the
hand
block.
on
Yeah,
it. Yep.
that's accurate.
That's why it was short. So the ball stays with Dallas, but they don't have much time to shoot. That's it, Soder. Inside 2 minutes to go now. And a foul at midcourt as Ionescu was getting up ahead of steam. Only the second one on Beckers. New York now on a 14-0 run. They have trailed this entire game. Ionescu, quick release.
Oh boy, that almost went in. Good rebound by Talbot.
And Jones, second chance. That's a three-pointer. And it's only a 6-point advantage. A 17-0 run has made it a 2-possession game.
Chris Coquelin is telling his team to use some clock here. New York back in that zone. They're going from zone to man on some of the pick and roll action.
Shot clock winding down. Tipped. Boy, that's a big advantage. That's a big break for Dallas, the ball was kicked, so the shot clock goes from 2 back to 14.
But Paige Beckers with the rebound. That's huge.
Big offensive rebound, and then Paige, who was bottled up on the sideline, calls a timeout. Hang on. Beckers fouled. And a chance to shoot free throws with just 1:06 left.
Yeah, some big plays here by Paige Beckers. We saw the offensive rebound to keep the possession alive, and right here pulls up with some contact, and this is going to be challenged.
New York run. A long time since Dallas hit a field goal. Another 20-point game for Beckers. They have not scored since the 6:49 mark of this quarter. Carrington fouled by Cloud after she gathered the rebound.
Good job.
Coming up next on SportsCenter, some NBA news coming out of Los Angeles and Dejanay gets them both. Big trip. And here's the reset timeout. The Dallas team that was cruising, led by 30 in the third quarter. Enrique Agumbawale with a big first quarter herself. Double-double by half.
And this is the play Sandy Brondello was mentioning, trying to get Sabrina and Jonquel on the same side, but little fumble in the basketball by Jonquel Jones kind of messed up the timing of that play.
And the Dallas Wings will have themselves a wire-to-wire victory. Never trailed in this game, led by as many as 30. Great effort by New York to come back, but it's too much. Got themselves into a huge cavernous hole. And New York is about to fall to 17-8 on the season. The Wings go to 8-19. Enrique Agumbawale, a career-high 14 assists. First player in WNBA history to have 15 points and 10 assists in one half. That happened in the first half. It was a great win for Dallas.
Oh, man. I mean, we've been watching this team get better and better. They've had some setbacks, but if Enrique Agumbawale makes decisions the way she did tonight and plays the way she did tonight, this Dallas team is going to be dangerous down the stretch.
We will next see New York at Minnesota.